Welcome to Applied Intelligence Insights. In this edition of Applied Intelligence Insights, we are going to discuss how AI changes the way we work. For decades, we use softwares as a digital filing cabinet or a blank canvas. We open Word to write, we open Excel to calculate, but in 2026, that relationship fundamentally changed. Whether you are in a Google Workspace ecosystem or Microsoft 365 suite, you no longer just use these apps, you collaborate with them. Today, we are looking at how Google Gemini and Microsoft Copilot can transforming the workday for managers and executives. Think about your calendar, okay? It's usually a wall of blue and purple blocks. Historically, the work began after the meeting ended, summarizing notes, chasing action items, and updating stakeholders. With Microsoft Copilot in Teams or Google Gemini in Google Meet, the meeting is now a living data source. You can jump into a meeting 10 minutes late and ask, what did I miss? The artificial intelligence gives you a private bullet summary of sentiment and decision made so far. Instead of a junior manager spending an hour drafting minutes after the meeting is finished, the AI generates a meeting recap that identifies not just what was said, but who is responsible for what, by, when. And on top of it, even if you don't have a premium license for every attendee, as long as the host has the enterprise AI feature enabled, the entire group benefits from the automated intelligence and structured follow-ups. Now let's go to the email and communication, that is from drafting to direction. Emails used to be volume game. Now it's a strategy game. In Outlook and Gmail, AI has moved beyond simple smart compose. It now understands contextual intent. In Outlook, using Copilot can take a chaotic 20 email thread and summarize into 3 key points: the problem, the proposed solution, and the blocker. Gemini in Gmail can prompt to draft a reply that sounds like me, acknowledging the delay but pushing for the Friday deadline. You can draft your prompt and the Gemini AI reply you. It's no longer a prompt typing, it's about editing and approving. For a busy executive, it turns 45 minutes of inbox clearing into a 10-minute review session. There is now massive changes in documents and reports. That is, like, I want to say it's the end of a blank page. With the use of AI, we all started using in 2026 Google Doc or Microsoft Word in a very intelligent way. We have all started at a blank Google Doc or Word file. Now in 2026, that's a choice, not a requirement. In Microsoft Word, you can now point Copilot to a spreadsheet and a PDF and say, draft 2-page executive summary based on these 2 files. The AI synthesizes data across formats instantly. Same in Google Docs. Gemini's like help me write. There is a feature in Gemini's help me write now includes agents workflows. It does not just write text, it can suggest professional imagery or pull in real-time data from Google search to cite market trends directly into your draft. The effectiveness here is not just speed, it's consistency. Your reports maintain a high-level executive tone regardless of how rushed you are. You can also do data strategy with sheets in Google and Excel in Microsoft using Google Gemini and Copilot. You don't need heavy data analyst. This is where many managers feel the biggest impact. You don't need to be a power user to get power insights. Using Copilot in Excel, you no longer need to remember complex VLOOKUPs. You simply ask, show me the top 3 regions by growth and create a trend chart for Q3. The AI builds the formula and the visual for you. Same in Google Sheets using Gemini. It now features tables that can auto-populate. If you are building a vendor list, Gemini can help categorize and even suggest missing data based on your organizational drive history. For the executive, this means you can interrogate your data in plain English during a live briefing rather than saying, I will have my team get back to you with those numbers. You can bring those numbers instantly using AI. Using AI, now you can search and do a lot with your storage. That is what we call corporate memory. Let's talk about Google Drive and OneDrive on Microsoft. We spend hours searching for that one file from last 2 years, let's say. AI has turned these storage dumps into knowledge bases. We can use semantic search. You don't need the name of the file anymore. You can search for that proposal where we discuss the sustainability budget in London. You can just write a prompt and the AI can find you the file. You can also use the agentic feature. In 2026, Google's Smart Storage and Microsoft's Work IQ can reason across your files. They can tell you if a new document contradicts an old policy, helping with compliance and version control before you even hit send. So let's conclude the value proposition of AI using Google Gemini and Microsoft Copilot. The takeaway for any business leader is this: AI features are not just add-ons. They are a fundamental shift in executive leverage. For licensed users, you are sitting on a gold mine of efficiency. I can give you a management tip here. That is, encourage your teams to move from doing to directing to AI. AI does not replace the manager's judgment. It removes the friction that prevents you from using that judgment. Whether it's summarizing a missed meeting or turning a spreadsheet into a strategy, the goal is the same. Focus on what matters. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, share it with your leadership team to start the conversation on AI adoption. See you in next video.